ride. I've got the camera in the car, have the Jackery in the car, and a bunch of other stuff, some food, and we are headed out for our first off-road excursion of 2021. We are going about an hour and 45 minutes west of where we live over to Curtis Creek Campground, and from there we are taking the back road up to the Blue Ridge Parkway. So I will see you when we get there. I'm Richard. Welcome to Starry Project. I am at Curtis Creek Campground in Old Fort, North Carolina, and we're about to take Curtis Creek Road up to the Blue Ridge Parkway, taking the Starry Project Jeep Patriot out on its first off-road excursion of the year. So come along for the ride. We'll shoot some video along the way. Curtis Creek Road follows Curtis Creek for the first few miles past the campground, crisscrossing back and forth across the creek on some narrow bridges. There are definitely some pretty views of the creek along the road. As I come around this corner, you can see a little bit of a mountain view. This drive was in early April and there weren't many leaves in the trees. I'm sure it's a pretty drive with leaves on the trees, but you probably lose some of the mountain views along the way. It had rained a few days before we went, and I was hoping for a little more moisture on the trail to make things more challenging, especially in these parts where it's more dirt than gravel. However, conditions were almost completely dry. The road had several hairpin turns, and when we came around one of them, we were greeted with a wall of moss-covered rocks draped with icicles. We stopped to take some pictures. It was definitely a chilly April morning.
Call the fire department. This was out of control.
While the mostly gravel road didn't offer much in the way of a challenge, it was still a fun and scenic route. We'll definitely look for something a little more challenging on our next excursion out, though.
When we got to the Blue Ridge Parkway, we were hoping to continue straight across, but there were barricades set up blocking off that section of the trail. From what I've seen in other videos, that section is a little less maintained, so we may come back and try to explore that another time. We took a left onto the Blue Ridge Parkway and stopped for lunch about a mile or two down the road at the Hewitt Overlook, which had an awesome view. Another mile or two down the road is the Curtis Creek Overlook, which looks back over part of the Curtis Creek Road. If you enjoyed this video and want to see us tackle some more challenging terrain, please be sure to like the video and subscribe.